Hey, Miss Ida and Melissa. And so we
Good
again,
morning. Good morning.
hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Let me hit the recording here. We got more people coming in. And I know we had some more people. All righty. Let me also hit the record button here. All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hey, we're back again. We do this call every Wednesday just to come share tips on how you can have success in your business. My name is Anthony Moreland. Normally, I do this call with I call her my partner in crime, Michelle. She's actually at the eye doctor. So for all my prayer warriors out there, please just say a prayer for my great friend, my co-host, and that we do this call every week. Just she's at the eye doctor. I know everything's gonna be right because I already said a prayer, so I walk by faith and not by sight. So hey, there's no need to worry. But I just ain't nothing wrong with extra prayers. But you guys, today I have an amazing topic that just hit me. I was like, Lord, what is there that you want me to share with these amazing people from all over the world? Some tips on how they can, better their business go in 2023. We're still at the beginning of the year. It's still the first month. You still can achieve those goals. You still can get started. You still can do everything that you wanted. So my topic I wanted to talk about focus. Focus. And like always, anybody who knows me, I love to just get y'all thinking about everything. So in the comments, and if you're watching the recordings, you can still put it in the comments. But I want you to kind of, in the comments, if you can, let me know some of the things you're focused on. What are you focused on right now? What are you focused on for your business? Now, again, this isn't a product call. This is about, you having success in your business. So in the comments, kind of give me some things that you're focused on to better your business. I want to hear some of the responses here. So I would love to just kind of see some of the responses. For me, one of the things I'm focused on is just, Marlene said, following up. Miss Jerry said, building a tribe. Okay, we got some good ones here. And so what I want you to understand is because you got to learn to focus on something. Now, in this business, Miss Ida said being more consistent. That's actually one of mine, Miss Ida, is being more consistent, doing something every single day, not letting the day go by that I don't work on my business. And I love to read, but I'm also a realist, and I also love referring back to the Bible because I believe it's the best book ever wrote. Well, when Jesus came about, it wasn't a day he went by that he didn't work on being a blessing to somebody. So how can I not go and be a blessing to somebody every single day? I don't know how you believe, but that's how I believe. And so that's how I feel every single day. How am I going to have something that is blessing my life and not open up my mouth to share with at least one person a day? With at least one person a day. Ms. Darla said relationship. So, and a lot of people say, well, Anthony, I'm new to this, Well, when you learn what focus is about, I always say focus breaks down into some acronyms. The F stands for follow. The O stands for one, like one. The C stands for course. The U stands for until. And then the S stands for success. So follow one course until success. So, for instance, in this business, it's some things that you got to get good at if you want to have success. So you got to get good at, inviting. So maybe the next 20 days, 3 weeks or so, 4 weeks or so, you just want to focus in on inviting. How can I get better at inviting? Well, one way that I can say that you want to get better, I always recommend this, is read books on, like, we have network marketing books. There's plenty of network marketing books out there. I mean, you got like GoPro, you got like Ray Higdon got some books. I know people like Matt Morris got some books. I mean, there's all types of books out there on network marketing. So, and in those books, a lot, every single one of them all have Beach Money is another one. They all talk about inviting is one of their chapters. I promise you, inviting, because that's a skill set. But you can also go to YouTube. Maybe you say, I don't I'm not, I don't like to read that much. Okay, YouTube, audiobooks. Find something to learn and develop how to invite. Maybe it's you want to get better at presentations. Maybe you want to get better at following up. Maybe you want to become a better leader. So you got to find a way to focus in so you can get better. But then also what I want you to understand is that when you're on the path to doing great things, there's not a reason, there's a reason why you're on a Zoom. It's 10 o'clock here, but some of y'all on the West Coast, and that means it's 8 o'clock. Some of y'all on the East Coast, means it's 11 o'clock. So we got people all over, and then I know the team in Africa and Nigeria watch it, and they're on a whole different time zone. It's in the evening, so you're not jumping on a Zoom like this or Chalk Talk or any other thing like that, and you're not wanting to have success. So what I'm saying is, so you have to learn that when you're pushing towards something, whether it's a better health body, bigger business, that distractions are going to come. So my first thing is I want to share with you, you got to learn to starve your distractions. You got to learn to starve your distractions. So trust me, we all have distractions. Now, some of the distractions that we have are people that we love and care about. So sometimes you got to figure out a way to have some balance. I know you love your kids. I know you love your grandkids, but that's also the reason why you're doing this business. So you got to have some balance. You know what? I'm going to give them an hour. I'm going to play with them for an hour. But if I'm going to do that for an hour, I need to go build this business because I said I was doing this business so my kids can have a better future. I said I was doing this business so my grandkids can have a better future, whatever it may be. So you got to remember to starve your distractions. And then some of y'all, the distraction may be you spend too much time in the gym, but you want to make money in this business, but you spend 4 hours in the gym. Or maybe your distraction may be anything. Your distraction can be anything. It can be a TV show. It can be, for me, one of my distractions, to be totally honest, is sports. I had to learn to, just, turn the TV off and work through this. That trust me, sports will still be here 2 years from now, 4 years. Right now, our company, for anybody that's in our company, if you're not in our company, I encourage you to get with somebody who share this link with you and get into our company, because what's happening is massive. Momentum is starting to shift, and I'm watching it. And so we got a new name coming out on February 11th. You can also become part of the Catalyst Club, and it's absolutely amazing. But when you got to learn to, that is my main thing I want people to understand, is starve your distractions and find a way just to, some of y'all may not even know what your distractions are. So that's where pen and paper come in handy. You guys, I'm old school. Get a pen and paper and write down. If you want to know what your distractions are, write down what you do all day, the rest of the day. You know what? At 8 o'clock, I got up. I got on the Zoom. I did that. How long you spent on that Zoom? Hey, find out where you spent your whole next 24 hours. And you'll find out where your distractions are. You'll find out. Maybe some of y'all scroll too much on social media. Well, I want you to be honest with yourself now. When you write it down, say, hey, I got on social media at 10:30 and I ain't get off to 12:30. You just spent 2 hours scrolling, laughing, and complaining or doing whatever you were doing while you was watching the social. That's not income producing activity. So first figure out what your distractions are. And then that's how you can say, hey, these are distractions now, but I need to be focusing in on this. I need to be focusing in on making calls, inviting people to a living room party, a party that we have in the community, 2-on-1s. I can do Zooms. That's where you start feeding your focus, finding out what's distracting you and say, you know what? I need to spend 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here of building my business, income producing activity. You're on here in the middle of the day or in the evening or watching this recording and spending your time, your quality time, because you want to know how you can build this business and how you can do it. So you got to starve your distractions and feed your focus. The next tip is, I want to tell you this, is your life, and just like your business is just like a camera. Anybody we all have cameras on our phone. It's just like this camera. But you know one thing about this camera? It's only going to take a picture, or it's only going to record a video of what you focus on. Your business will only grow depending on what you focus on. See, are you one of these people that's in the business that all you do is complain about what's not working? Oh, the website just doesn't work. It's not, the app has an issue. Oh my God. Are you focusing on everything that is bad? Or are you focusing on all the things that you truly want? You know what? My team isn't where I want it to be at, but hey, guess what? I'm going to find the people that want this business. I'm going to find the people that want to join my health journey. I'm going to find the people that, what are you focused on? What is your title that you want to achieve? If the title, what is your income that you're pushing towards? See, when you figure out what you're focusing on, you'll know how hard to push yourself. See, some of y'all say you want to have a six-figure, you want to be like the Ty Rowlands, the Kim Baileys, the Steve Cheglises, the Deb Snyders, the TLs, the Tammy Mopleys. You want that type of business, but you're focusing in on all the problems. And you're not focusing in on the things that you need to be focusing in, inviting, following up, doing appointments. Not worried about, see, a lot of us are also focusing on what other people are going to say. See, if I call Miss Ida and I'm sharing with her, am I focusing on the outcome, or am I focusing on what I have to help better her life? See, remember that you can focus in on the wrong things. See, a lot of us get focused in on the outcome, get focused in on, is this person going to do it? Is this the right person? No. Focus in on giving your best presentation. Focus in on doing your best on inviting. Focus on, you know what? I'm here just to help people. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to find the people I'm looking for. Focus in on that. The same way, if you ever want to learn how to focus, go find you a 4 or 5-year-old that's doing something, that want to do something. Go find you a little kid. Maybe it's a grandkid. Maybe you need to go to the park and just watch them. See, kids, when they focus in on something, they lock in and they're going to do it. I watched a friend train his daughters. He recorded his daughter when she said, hey, I want to play basketball. And he took her out there to start training and she cried. But she wanted it so bad, she showed up the next day. She wanted it so bad, she showed up the day after that, week after that. And this young lady is probably one of the best young ladies within a 6-month period that I've ever seen go from not even knowing how to dribble a basketball to doing crossovers, dribbling between the legs. And she's only 4 years old. And she cried day one. But because she was focused, she got it accomplished. So my question to you is, what are you focused in on? What are you focused in on? You got to figure that out. Remember, you got to starve those distractions so you can get to where you want to. See, it doesn't matter how you get there. You know, it doesn't matter if you crawl, if you walk, if you run. It don't matter, but you need to focus in on it. You know, Martin Luther King had that. That means, you know, his day was on Monday here in America, you know, and so, you know, but he said, if you can't fly, how'd it go? Let's see how it went. Let me see. It said, if you can't fly, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. And if you, by all means, but keep moving. So my question for you is, are you focused in on having the success that you truly want? I believe each one of y'all can achieve any goal that you want. But see, I can't focus in for Melissa. I can't focus in for Miss Carrie. I can't focus in for Marlene. See, all I can do is come on here and give advice and help motivate you. But motivation is also like a bath. It's something you need every single day. See, but you got to learn what you're focusing on. Do you have a picture of what you're going for? Ty Rowland is real big on that. You know, what do you like? What is it that you want? Is there a house that you want? Is there a car that you want? Is there an amount of money that you need to achieve to get out of credit card debt? Is there an amount of money that you need to send your kid or your grandkid to the college of their choice? See, Everybody's dream is different. Everybody wants something different out here. If you're just focusing on $500, then go for it. How can I make an extra $500 with this business? If you're focusing on college tuition, well, how much is it? What's the average of college tuition for your kids? What is it? Find it, write it down, put it all over the place, and go after it. Go after it. Stay disciplined. Stay persistent. Stay consistent. I seen somebody say, stay consistent. Let's go through some of these, because when you start to realize some of these things that y'all said, so Ms. Darla said relationships. We're focusing. How can I be better at building relationships? How many books am I reading on relationships? Connecting with people. Same thing with relationships. Am I reading or listening to things that can better me so I can be a better communicator? See, people always say, well, hey, you're so good with people. Well, the first 6 months of my network marketing career, I focus in on people skills. I learned how to become a better people person. How can you relate? See, I know there's different types of people out there, and I can talk about that. I know that there's some people who are just strictly about numbers and getting down to business. If I go into a presentation, they don't want to hear all of these are more of your engineers, your doctors, your lawyers. See, they're all big on details and wanting to know that. And from artists, see, they're real big on details. Then you got the goofy people, the people who like to have fun. You got to make them laugh. You can't be in there all serious. You got the people. See, but I know that because I studied it. My question is, what are you focusing? Are you doing that? Building your tribe. Well, Miss Jerry, that's more that's leading towards leadership. So how many books how many audios have you listened on leadership? Who are you studying for leadership? See, when I look at these, now my next question would be is, what are you feeding your brain to help you improve in those areas? Following up. Well, Marlene said that. Well, Marlene, how many, and I ain't saying books, but you can read the same chapter on following up over and 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 over until it becomes a reality. See, that's how you start to get what you focus on. Again, some of us are focusing on all the bad things, the negatives. We're focusing on why the website doesn't work. We're focusing on why customer service line is too long. We're focusing. See, I know all the bad things that's going on. Why the app doesn't work for new people. You know, I know all the bad things, but I'm not focused on that. I'm focusing on how many people I can get to a Catalyst Club. I'm focusing on how I can take everybody's business and help them achieve the Mexico trip. For all the people in North America, I'm sorry for anybody that's around the world. I know y'all trips may be different, but here in North America, we got a trip going to Mexico. How many people in my organization can I help go with me? Because I'm going. So who can I take with me? And so that's what you start to focus on. So you need to find out what you're focused on. You got to figure it out. You also got to figure out where your attention is going. Your attention is very, very, very important. Focus on the good. You know, I always say focus on where you're headed and not the obstacle. Focus on where you're headed and not the obstacle. You may have just gotten into this business and the first 10, 20 people told you no. That's the obstacle. You'll get better at inviting. You'll get better at presenting. You'll get better at all these types of things. So don't focus in on the obstacle. Focus in on where you're headed. Where are you heading? That is the key. I tell that to everybody who always hits me up and say, "And I want to get in shape. Can you give me some tips?" And I say, "Hey, well, number one thing is I don't want you looking at the scale. I don't want a brand new person always in their back office looking at the numbers, because that could be deceiving, because it's not where you're at right now. But you need to focus in on that title that you wrote out. What is the volume that you need to get there? If there's a certain amount of income that you're pushing for, focus in on that. So just remember that. Don't focus on the obstacle. Focus on where you're heading, you guys. Also, don't focus in on all the haters, all the doubters, all the naysayers. Don't focus in on those people. Focus in on people that are where you want to be at. So Marlene, I know one of her great friends is TL. And I know she would love to have a business like TL. So don't focus in on that broke cousin that may have told you no. Don't focus in on that coworker who said what you're doing is stupid. You need to work on your job. Don't focus in on all those negative naysayers. They're there. And trust me, the bigger you get, the more they're gonna be there. Oh, that doesn't work. And what you need to focus in is to focus in on people that are doing or have achieved what you're pushing for. Follow their steps. Like I follow Brent Palmer, I follow Aaron Decker, I follow Ty Rowland, Chris Doyle. I find people that are where I want to be at, and I focus in on learning what they did so I can adapt it and take it into my own words and go forward. And then that was pretty much it. I guess I talked about everything. But it was a key thing here what Miss Jerry wanted me to talk about. But I wanted Miss Jerry to focus. She was talking to me before this call, and it was something I was like, you know what, this goes hand in hand with what I talked about. She's about to do this event and, everything. And Marlene brought up a great point. A lot of us want to just throw something out there and expect people to come. See, but I look at that as when you throw things out there, you don't know who's going to come. It's kind of like going fishing. If you ever been fishing, you throw your bait in the water, and it may be hundreds and hundreds of fish that go by it, but only one fish actually latches on. So you need to focus in on being there. Focus in on being the best you. Focus in on building that relationship. Focus in on that, and then watch people start to grab onto the bait. Because they say, hey, you're a great person. How can I learn more information about what you have? Same thing with social media. Don't focus in on just trying to sell your product every single day on social media. Focus in on giving value. I watch so many people just drop their product, drop their link, drop this, drop this opportunity. But what about you? What kind of value are you giving? People don't care what you have until they know what. They want to know that you care. You want people to join you more, give more value. Find a way to give value. Find a way. You can say, hey, you know what? Today, I'm going to give value 5 tips on why water is important. And then share about the water bottle. Maybe it's 5 reasons why you need to change up what you're eating. And then share about your slenderized bottle. Your slenderized drops. See, so find a way to be more focused in on giving value, and then watch how you can turn that value into leads and customers and go on from there. So I hope y'all got some value from this. I do miss my partner in crime because I know she always comes with it. But she told me to give y'all her love, and she loves y'all and misses y'all dearly. And she'll be back hopefully next week. She's at the eye doctor again. If you came on late or anything, just send prayers up to my partner in crime. She'll be back though. I know she will. And so again, focus in, starve your distractions and focus. Focus on the good. Focus on where you're headed. Focus on those type of things. Starve those distractions. Figure out what your distractions are. Figure out all the bad things you're saying, and then focus in on the good and where you're headed. And I promise you, 2023 will be way better for you if you just start to do those type of things. That's my tip today. And I love you guys. And I'll see y'all next week with another topic. And hey, to the top we go, you guys. Let's go become the best of the best. We are going to be the #1 company in this industry. If you don't believe us, just watch.